Hey, what's up guys? So I just rolled up on my first base. This will probably be a longer base tour because as you can tell I'm on day 232, just had Horde Night. And I've built a lot of stuff on this map. So first thing, let me just show you the map of where I am. I probably spawned up here somewhere and walked here to my first trader. And as you can tell, the trader has blue all the way around it, and the blue is actually water. If we hop over here, we can look down. I dug a trench all the way around my trader and installed a drawbridge that's locked, so only I can get to it and access my trader. I was kind of bored, and this took a long time to dig out, but I wanted to try it just to see what it would look like if I did, and I think it's pretty neat. I don't know how many people's actually tried to dig out around the trader like this. I didn't dig too far, and I decided just to add water to make it look neat like a moat. But this is my first base where I spawned. As you can tell here, I got the floating orb. Oh, there's an airdrop too. Let me mark this airdrop real quick. But this is my first base I spawned at. This is my first gameplay whenever they added the traders. I wanted to start a random gen, and this is on survival multiplayer. Everything that you see built is actually legit. I've not done any kind of duplication glitch or anything like that. I hate people that cheat. But here is my first base. It looks just like a small square here with a floating red orb. But if we go in here, I did the double door system so I can look out, and it almost froze. But I can look out and kill zombies through the bars, and if I want to I can shut these. So when people come up on me, I can actually exit out one of these doors and they wouldn't even be able to get in. Got a nice raised ceiling in here. But we're going, this is my first room I made, which was a vault, or a sort of like a underground bunker. And it did have workbenches and a whole bunch of boxes on both sides, but I took all those out when I moved all my supplies to my main base. But let's just see. Yeah, forge is empty. Got a lot of beer that I made because I've made a lot of hops at my farm. And just random items to sell to the traders in here. And I have just miscellaneous stuff that I might need when I'm back here. So this is my first vault. I got the lighting in here. But I wanted to have a small farm underground, so I branched off and made this little area. That's weird, there's a goldenrod here. But I've got the iron bars and the metal trussing thing, so light can shine in. And I think this is a 7x7, so 49 square area of farmland, and it's all fertilized. Let's take off to the left here. This is my first odd hallway, which it looks better if you crouch and walk down it. If we come down here, the light shining through the stairs, so you can go out this way. Once again, more of the gel doors, but this is access to underneath the trader where you can look at the moat and walk through the water. But I needed a way to get up and down quickly whenever I was actually digging this, so I built this staircase. And it's conveniently hidden under the drawbridge. So there's this hallway. go back to the farm and we'll take a left. Which, this was another hallway. I just was practicing making, I was trying to make an octagon hallway with the red stripes on the side. So I just did this for fun. And this is sort of like a bunker. It's just a real small one-room bunker. If you didn't want to play Horde Night or something, you come down here, there's food and bandages. It's just a one little room. And it's far enough away that they wouldn't trash my other base if I didn't want to play Horde Night. Which I don't even think I ever used this. But I love this hallway, which for some reason some of this concrete has still never dried. And I've replaced it 2 or 3 times. It's kind of glitched out. But I've started a tunnel down this way, which it's not complete, so I can't even use this tunnel right now. But it goes all the way from my first base, which is right here, and it goes all the way, well, it probably stops about right here, but it's going to go all the way to my new base, which is right here in this town. And I will cut away to that, since that's going to be a long drive. Okay, so I'm rolling up on my base here, which we'll come back to this in a second. I'm gonna drive around and show you some of the other things that I've done. So these are some of the houses that I've destroyed. I've cleared a lot of the places out. Right here is a pyramid. It's 970 hay bales that make up this pyramid. And I want to do a Horde Night on it. I got this idea from Skippy0330 to do a huge base, or like a huge pyramid out of hay bales, and do a Horde Night on it. And that's going to be fun. I'll have to film that sometime, because I'm sure it will completely wreck this thing. But for now, it is pristine hay bale pyramid. We head back over here, just to the right of my base. I have my horde base, and what's cool about the horde base is that they can't get to me, and I have the lights set up, and I have a little safe here to store any loot that I get on Horde Night. And actually, I'm going to cut away to the Horde Night I just did on day 231, just so you can see how the horde base works. Okay, so that's the horde base. I got the... Oh, this used to be a gas station here. This whole area was a gas station. and I saved the vending machine. Everything else I deleted because I collapsed the base. But I saved the vending machine and put like a little roof over it, make it look neat. If I come over here, I have another video on my page about my murder house. We'll just take a quick glance in here. It's got the removable floor so it will fall. I hear trouble somewhere. Yeah. Let me take care of these zombies. I guess he doesn't know what's happening. Okay, so yeah, I have the other base that details my murder house, which is set up in the church. One thing that's weird that I have over here, as you can tell on the map above, that it says there's an airdrop. I'm like, okay, that's neat. Come over here for the airdrop. But when you come over here, you can't find it. Which I hate that you can't actually see the smoke now. Sometimes when you spawn in, you can see the smoke, and it's coming through the ground. I don't know how far down the airdrop is, but I dug this whole area out, like, I don't know, probably 20 meters down or whatever, and couldn't find the airdrop, so I just covered it back over with one layer. So if I were to like dig right here, one square, I would fall through into my pit that I created. It's sort of like a little trap, so if anyone comes over here, they're like, oh, I'm going to get the airdrop, and they'll see that it's underground, maybe they'll dig and fall into it. Just an idea. So we'll head back over here to my main base. And this is the Red Mesa missile silo. And I think I'm going to switch to a video of me looking at a normal Red Mesa real quick, and then come back and see how I've changed the Red Mesa. Okay, so this is really quick, a normal Red Mesa missile silo. Let's see if I can get in quickly without dying. Okay, so as you can tell, there's a building in the center. There's the missile silos, that thing, which I built in. There's this big thing down here, which goes down there. So you could travel down this. It's like a parking garage. Wait, do I have my mining helmet on? There we go. There is a bunch of, oh, there's the missiles inside here. Bunch of rooms that you can easily get lost in. That's the main reason why I took out all the floors, to make it easier to find my way through here. But it has all of this. This, which is the same in mine. But there's just floor after floor. See, here's a floor with like bedrooms and stuff. Yeah, and a floor with a kitchen. So that's pretty much the missile silo. Okay, so once again, well, let me pick up this bike. And see all my parts, and no, nothing has been duplicated. All those are legit parts that I've combined. Of course, I'm on day 232. I think everything here is believable. But I have this little angled thing, prevents zombies from getting up. They get stuck on that one block. So if you come up, I got railing all the way around, and you can tell it's just one big flat area because I filled in everything. I collapsed the floors underneath and just filled in the top. Here's one little room. This is our garage, which I don't keep my bike in it. I like keeping my bike in a safe downstairs. If we'll go up here, this is where I first had all of my stuff. It was sort of like a vault because it was a double layer place. I had all my stuff stayed in here. Now I think this is Frisky Mango's room. If you look out here, this is a way you can guard that door, because that's the only door to the outside that they like to track. But if you look up here, I have a garden on top of this roof, and I have 2 gardens on top of the missile silos. And if you look straight down, I have the trussing that goes all the way down, and those let light in, and I have gardens underneath here, which I'll show in a second. But let's go down the rabbit's hole. Okay, coming into here, probably looks crazy. I have hollowed out every floor, so it's just one massive room. Because if you just seen in the other Red Mesa how there's like 4 floors, well, I took out every floor, collapsed them, and it's one huge room. And I kept the part that is where the missile silos were, where the missiles were, but I got rid of the missiles, and I have gardens here. So each one of these little pads is 36 plants. And how many floors? I think it's 5 or 6 floors, I'm not sure. But we'll look up. I got different things planted. I think I just got like corn and cotton and chrysanthemum now. But I like this area because you're gardening underground, and it's all possible because of the light being let through by the trussing. But I got nice balconies looking over at my town that I created down here. We'll just look out here. Okay, so this is the gardening place. Or actually, I have a sign. What do I have the sign? Is it bioscience or something? Yeah, that's my bioscience lab. If we take a look to the left, this is the Tipsy Crawler, and this is a bar that I've created. And it's just got different things that people can use. Like I got my vending machine, I've got my cousin's vending machine over there. We got a forge, a community forge, community workbench, and cement mixers and things like that. I tried to make it look not trashy, but kind of post-apocalyptic. I got the pipes and stuff, but it has sort of like a Fallout vibe. Makes me think of the pit when you go there. But here's the food bank, so I store all my canned food in here for people. And that's pretty much it with the Tipsy Crawler. Just a nice little area to hang out and work. It's like a community area. So if you look up here, you can see all the balconies for the bioscience area, or where I have my gardens. But if you turn this way, which I need to change that, it's 231, so it'd be 238. Yeah, next coordinate is 238. I like to keep that so it's like a reminder for the town, like when they need to be prepared. As you can tell, I have two houses, one on the right, one on the left. And I've modeled these after Nuketown from Call of Duty. And the right one is the yellow house, which you can't actually pick the color of blocks, so this is the best I could do. If you go in, I've tried to arrange the furniture the best I can, like Nuketown. Try to do the dome shape. Put the stairs in the right area. All the doors are in the right area. Got the balcony. Of course, I don't have a backyard because it's not that much of space. I got the kitchen and everything. You go upstairs. This is actually where my cousin lives. And his apartment, or like where he keeps all his stuff, is up this ladder, which doesn't exist in Nuketown, but I had this crawl space and I gave it to him so he could keep all of his stuff. Okay, so there's this house, and across the street is on Nuketown it's the greenhouse, or Mason's house, and I tried to model it like that as best as I could. Got the couches in the right area. The kitchen's got the same kind of layout. I did add the bar stools, which I need to get more bar stools from the trader to put in the bar. But I got a nice balcony here. But we'll check upstairs. So upstairs where I have my bed, so if I were to die, I would spawn there. And the balcony. So that's the Nuketown themed houses. Tried to do the garages the same. Of course they're more just straight lined up. They're not at the angle they are in Nuketown, and there's no bus or anything to put in the middle. But I tried to do it the best I could to have a feeling of Nuketown. But that's the town part of the base. We go, yeah, I guess we can check this out, the abyss. And while I walk down here, I'll talk about the game mode I'm playing in survival multiplayer. So everything you see here is legit, which I think I already mentioned, and I have the zombies set to classic, so they always walk. It's like the Romero zombies. But I got a pretty nice tunnel started, and like I said, it is headed, I guess it goes north so many meters, and then it will cut back right all the way to this base. Eventually I'll get there, but this thing goes a long ways. I'm not going to travel the whole thing. But this ramp took forever to make, and it takes forever to travel. Eventually I'll have this setup where I can ride my mini bike. I'll park my mini bike in the garage of my house, and we'll be able to drive it to the other base across the map. Okay, so that was the abyss, because it's a long dark tunnel. And if we head through here, so we got the ladder system for the garage, or the gardens. If we go this way, I have my vault, which I can hide if I put 2 concrete blocks, because I don't think anyone would suspect that if I were to put concrete blocks there. Of course people know about it now. If we take a look in my vault, I've got 2 doors, the regular doors and then the gel doors, which I like. Got lots of safes, lots of things in here. So I guess we'll just take a look at some of the things I have. So these go to the trader, things to sell to the trader, which I need to add that to it and that. And gun parts, these are before I check to see if I need the gun parts, which most of them I don't need anymore. So that's the trader area. Clothes and tools. So actually I don't have any tools in here, but here's all my clothes. You can tell some of the things are like I got a pretty good hazmat suit, and that's my old armor there, and I'll take a look at my armor in a little bit. Nothing in this. If we look in here, there's all my coins, which I've made so much beer to sell to the trader. I've sold so many gun parts and guns to the trader, so I have a ton of the Duke's Casino tokens. If we take a look in here, this is all my miscellaneous building items. I've got, here's all the dirt that I dug out from the trench around the trader at the other base. But I make a lot of duct tape because I turn all of my bones into glue and sell my duct tape to the trader. I'll probably sell a stack of 500 to the trader next time I go. Try to sell as much stuff as possible so I don't have a whole bunch of stacks of the same thing. And every time I go to the trader, I've been buying this reinforced steel upgrade, which I still don't have much. My other base is coated in it, but it's taking a long time to get that. Got a workbench in here, which I have turned sideways to take up less room. My campfire and forge, which my forge doesn't have that much stuff in it anymore. Let's look up here. What is this? Oh, this is where I put my mini bike stuff and my gas for the mini bike. This is my food bin, which it has all the things that I've actually made from the plants. So after I turn them into food, they go here. Look here, health, which I've went to every airdrop. There's only been like a few that I didn't get. So here's all the health packs that I've gotten. And I've sold like the antibiotics. I'll probably take a stack of these and sell to the trader. I'll probably start selling extras of the first aid kits to the trader. What's in here? Nothing. A lot of these bottom boxes are just whenever I have Horde Night or something. A lot of loose items that I just want to drop quickly. Guns and ammo. I have a ton of nearly perfect weapons, like my pistol 600, 569 hunting rifle, my Magnum 600, my shotgun 600, 593 rocket launcher, 600 SMG, the AK's 506, 600 sniper rifle, which I've sold several 600 sniper rifles too, 589 long barrel shotgun. And here's all of my ammo I've made, which I've not made too much ammo because I can't get gunpowder. I've not made a mine that has coal and nitrate, so like all of these bullet casings could be ammo if I just get enough gunpowder. And this box is to the forge room, which I'm gonna take everything because it needs to go to the forge room. So this is my vault. It has all of my items, all my loot in it. Before I go down to the forge room, I think that's the last place I'll go. Here's an elevator. It's like a glitch that Skippy, I've watched him do videos on how to do this, and all it is a whole bunch of doors, or the hatches, and it will push you up to the top. So I really like having the hatch elevator to get to the surface pretty quickly. And I like having the fall pit to get down super fast. But this is my main little area. And now I'll head to the forge room, which this will look familiar. I made the octagon hallway, and I have the red chrysanthemum blocks on the sides to give it that extra aesthetic look. But I made this far enough away that all my screamers would they wouldn't like hit my base or anything. So here is the forge room. I actually have some forges going. I don't even know what they're doing. Oh, that one's not going. It's this one. Oh, I'm making cement. That's what I'm trying to do here. Gotta make some more concrete. But I have all of this stuff. I'll put like all my bread. I'll turn it into antibiotics over here in the chemistry station. All the rotting flesh will be turned into fertilizer over here, which will go back to the garden. But I have 9 forages. Just a nice little room. Nice heat map over here, way away from my base, because it's right here and my base is there. So, that was the forge room. Let's take a look at some of my character specs. You'll notice that I'm level 160, my wellness is max. I'm actually a little hungry. Zombies killed 3,617, player kills 2, deaths 0. So I've managed to go 232 days without dying. Shows how far I've traveled and items crafted and stuff. But if you look over here on the left, I've got my armor. I'm using the Raider, Bandit, whatever gear. Yeah. So the heavy Bandit chest armor. And it does just a little bit more protection than the iron armor. And I've got the red pants and the red shirt, and I can now also put on a red puffer coat. I like how the red shows through all the armor. It's pretty neat. Guess we'll look at some skills. Tell like most everything's maxed out. My science is pretty high because I keep reading books that I already know. Most of these are all the way. Oh, my athletics is almost 100. I'm gonna walk this way and get that to 100. But let's look at a few more stats. Yeah, health nut, everything maxed out. Here's some of the things. Barter, it's not maxed out yet. Let's take a quick look at these things. I need to make more cloth. That's why I have a lot of cotton planted. I'm gonna make cloth and get my tailoring up, and that will give me more points to spend on things I can't level up. Most of these are maxed out. I didn't do stillsmithing 2 and 3 because I've found enough springs and mechanical parts, so I don't need to make them. They'll probably be the last thing I purchase. Blunt weapons and pummel peat, breaking and entry, because I've used the club for most all of my kills. Been trying to do my archery a little bit more, and I've been trying to do my pistols a little bit more. But most of these things are maxed out. There's only a few things that I have to do, like use my rifles and guns and shotguns. Actually, my rifles is so low. Not use those. Okay, so one of the last things that I forgot to show you is this safe, which has all the plants that I've grown in the garden, which me and my cousin have both worked the garden to get this much stuff. You can see there's a bunch of hops and a lot of corn, a lot of everything really. And we try to cycle the garden so we have a little bit of everything. But I guess that's pretty much everything there is to show. Take this hatch elevator real quick. And this base has been drastically changed from whenever I first got here. And most of it was done with just a pickaxe. I very seldomly use the auger because it took me until day I think it's a day 200 or day 150 until I actually found the auger parts. But so like most of all of my having to rip out the concrete blocks, pound them out, was done with the good old pickaxe. But, oh yeah. One thing over here, real quick, this used to be a trailer park, and I kept one of these because I thought I was going to put one underneath and I wanted to go off this as an example. But I used this as a community food bank at one point, so if anyone was to pull up, they could get some food there. But there you have it. There's my base. It looks good in the sunrise here. And I'm probably going to keep playing on this until I have all my skills maxed out, because I still have never done that on a game. I think that would be really neat to get all the skills maxed out and see what else I can build here. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll have more base tours coming at you here soon. Later.